Do you need to get action out of people? Try these two principles from How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. The first one is throw down a challenge. This principle works great, especially with competitive people. People who already got that spirit of beating the other person and winning, and that the idea of getting an award, getting recognized, getting President's Club, Employee of the Month, sales quotas, prizes. These are all great ways to motivate people. It's also a great way to solve business problems. One finance team had a challenge that the subsidiaries were kind of cautious with what their numbers and expected sales would be. And so they started something called Forecast Accuracy Award. Now all those different regions wanted to win the award and the numbers became more accurate. This also works great in addition to individual performance and solving business problems, to create camaraderie and teamwork. For example, when you throw down a challenge between different teams to collaborate and work together, then within that team, their friendship improves, they're in something together, they've got a shared goal, and winning and celebrating becomes really important. One of my favorite stories is a corporate vice president knows that this principle works to get people involved. And when he was doing a charity giving campaign, he put posters up that said, if we get 100% participation in this giving campaign, I'm going to shave my head and you can auction off throwing a pie in my face. How great. Now people are getting coffee and talking, hey, have you given? There's this positive peer pressure because it creates this competition to 100%. So that they can see the corporate vice president get his head shaved in front of everybody. It's also dramatizing the idea and adding that fun. So when we throw down a challenge, people do their best. Another principle is to appeal to the nobler motives. A classic example of this is the golden rule. Treat others as you want to be treated. It implies being a good person, being kind, helping others. And how do we foster empathy? The other great thing about this is when you think about companies, there's mission, goals, strategies. It makes it a bigger picture versus, hey, we're making a product versus here's what we're striving to do for people. So, and it also creates just some verbiage that teams can use to say, hey, for the good of the customer, for the good of the team, or hey, let's improve packaging to help the planet. It is another way to motivate and make people want to develop better character. One of my favorite stories is there was a college hire, just 22 years old. She started working in a gaming organization that happened to be pretty male dominated. She discovered sadly that the women's conference at the company was the same day as the gaming organization team meeting. She thought, oh geez, what could I do? She knew the way to motivate a senior leader is not about one person, but what's that legacy, the impact, and by appealing to nobler motives. And so what she did is, first of all, let him say face to face, I'm sure you didn't know this. I just found out about it. But the problem is, for the women in this org, it makes them have to choose about learning opportunities and networking with other women in the organization or connecting with our colleagues in this team. The senior leader said, absolutely, I'm going to change the date. I do not want to put women in that position to choose. I'm trying to get more women to join this organization and show my commitment to diversity, inclusion, and show what a great environment this is. And he changed the date. She was awestruck that as a 22-year-old new hire, she could convince a corporate vice president to make a change like that. That's the power of appealing to people's nobler motives. So remember, throw down a challenge and appeal to nobler motives, and you'll get action and be influential.